Just waking up from a nice dream. Bitcoin pumping on a live stream. Smile shine brighter than a high beam. Ever seen life trading on a widescreen? Bitcoin showing you the steps to own it. We got the alpha, I bet you want it. I'm having fun to send a lecture on it. Randy, put a little extra on it.
It's mutable and decentralized. No censorship or hard cap supply. It's open source and we classify the blockchain secure, and that's exactly why. It's hard money with a new plan. It bounced a lot like this new jam. If Bitcoin dipped, then we ain't gon' trip. I'ma be bullish on you, fam.
I'm a Bitcoin bestie. You gotta love it. 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 I'm a Bitcoin bestie. You gotta love it.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to the Daily Zest. I'm your host, Randi Hipper, here today on a lovely Monday. It is Easter Monday, everybody. I hope you guys had the most amazing weekend. It is a beautiful weekend. It was perfect. I hope you guys are enjoying life and doing good. We have news for you today. Again, it's not abundant news, being that it is Easter. People are still like, not kind of working. They're vibing. We do have Iran, obviously, impacting the market. We'll see what happens, and we're gonna follow up on oil with you. We do have international news, like China is trying to X out Bit Chat. We're gonna talk about that. That's a big one. Also, the UK is starting trouble as usual, and people are debating whether or not the Bitcoin bottom is in. What do you think? Of course, we have coins to watch as well. So if you guys are ready for that, that's the news, the education special. Like, subscribe to the channel, share this out with friends. More people know what's going on here. We have a goal of 150 likes, 150 live viewers, and a subscriber goal as YouTube continues to take us out. 25,250. Let's get those subs back. Seems like on Friday, we just got freaking cut. We got cut on Friday. I don't know what that was about. But I hope you guys are doing well. Happy Monday, everybody. I hope you guys had the best weekend ever. I want to say good morning to you as you say good morning to me, and check out our 3 amazing sponsors of the show, including Cake Wallet, Market Cipher. Use code ZESTY for 15% off, and check out Uphold, because Uphold is the best. User, good morning. Good morning. Nice to see you. Welcome. All right, who do we got in this chat right now? My chat bot is resetting on me right now. We got Flat Earth, Silver Days, Mike Volmer, good morning. We have Jim, Eddie, good morning. We have Mama Shadow, I see is in here. Paco, thank you to Black Hat as always. We do have a community after show. Again, everyone is invited today. It's Monday, so everyone could go in the Discord and hang out with us. Please go check out the Discord, join the Discord. We'll be in there after we're live. Rob C, good morning. We have One House, good morning. Sola Hefe, Mike Mazzone and Yukio are on X. Bubba Davis, Alex Collingborn, I see you over there on X. We have Backup, Boomdog Saint, good morning. You got, good morning. Nice to see you. Rocky B is here too. Rocky B's been following since the absolute beginning. Nice to see you. All right. We got Dustin. Good morning to you too. Crypto Crusher. Good morning. All right. Good morning. John Legend has his emojis. We love it. We love it. We love it. All right, guys, let's get into the news, shall we? We have a lot to discuss today. Bitcoin is pumping. This is good. We like this. Is there Clarity Act news? Not really. I could see if there's any new headlines, but yeah, Clarity Act, no. I don't think there's anything new. They're still like talking about, oh, will the wording be right? Yeah, there was actually an article published 3 hours ago saying that literally still nothing is happening. They're arguing over whether or not yield should exist for stablecoins, essentially, because if there is yield for stablecoins, there's obviously no need for the banks. And so, yeah, no, this is a battle of the old system versus the new system, and it's a power play. Essentially, my friend on TikTok, it's a power play. They wrote boo. I know. I understand. Nonetheless, we're going to go into the market recap and see what the vibe is today. And the vibe is green! feels like so refreshing. It's so refreshing to see a sea of green, guys. It's been so long. I feel like it's just like new grass growing from the ground. Like, it's absolutely fantastic. And so, yay crypto, we're doing good today. It's refreshing to see a green day. Woo, I'm excited. Guys, I don't know. I feel like a renewal in my spirit, a renewal in my soul. And like, I'm just so happy today. So I just want to share with you guys, like, I'm very happy. Anyway, we have $69,000 Bitcoin, up about 0.5%. This is where we need to be. Jim, a member for 11 months, said, green vibe, I love it. Same, bro. Same. Let's go to our messy chart. Obviously, 69K is the wick high, the all-time high from 2021. We need to hold support here, or your girl's brain might explode. It might explode. Everybody is calling 12K Bitcoin at this point. Everyone's calling like these ridiculous numbers. I personally cannot see that happening. There's too much money. There's too many people. There's too many cooks in the darn kitchen for Bitcoin to go down, I believe, that low. Now, can Bitcoin always go back to about 52K? Absolutely. That's been a very bearish level for us for a long time. I just don't see the amount of people that would come in and buy at these cheap prices. It wouldn't make sense for Bitcoin to even be able to reach lower than 20K. Let's say the worst case scenario, 20K Bitcoin. Like, I just can't, like, with the common sense in my brain, I just can't see that happening. However, again, I don't got a crystal ball. You never know what's going to happen. Nothing surprises me in this day and age. Back to the main point, though. 69K Bitcoin is where we need to hold bullishly. The ultimate bullish level, oh my word, it's eating me alive, is 76K. 76K is where we need to hold support. You can see the 200-day SMA is probably going to meet us where we're at. You know, I could see the 200-day SMA maybe lingering about, coming down here. Bitcoin's meeting her, testing, coming back down to 76, holding, and moving back out. Like, that seems so logical to me, it's not even funny. Do you guys agree? Can you see this? Like, I don't know if this drawing makes any sense to you, but if it does, let me know. Because I could say, this seems like the most logical scenario. 200-day SMA comes down as Bitcoin is holding support and battling 76. 200-day SMAs in the 80s. We collide, and then boom. I don't know. I just see it. I see it with my soul. But again, I could be wrong. You never know. This is literally the most hypothetical scenario ever. But if you do see something like this happening, put a 1 or a yes emoji, 2 or no emoji, or give me your own opinion. You know, this is an open-ended response. GNX said, who will buy it at 900K for it to reach 1 million? See, this is the thing. Like, we're freaking out. We're freaking out over 69K Bitcoin. In 10 years, are you even going to care if you bought at 50, 60, 70, 80, 90K? Anything under 100K, in my opinion, is a gift. It really is. I feel it. I feel, woo, the sparkles. We're going to go and look at Market Cipher as well, because we can't forget about her. Hold on. Excuse me? There we go. So, Market Cipher, we got a green dot that was printed on Saturday. That's been carrying us up a little bit. The momentum's been picking up quite swiftly at that. Like to see it cross over that zero line as the VWAP is pumped. We haven't seen a VWAP this pumped in a very long time, since back here in March. And then, look at this. Money flow about to cross that zero line as well. I'm feeling a tide shift. But this is Monday. People claim false move Monday. We're just peeking over that RSI. If we hold a bullish RSI and keep building on that all week, woo, that would just fill my heart with love and warmth. It really would. It's a very interesting concept. I think Bitcoin's on the brink. Bitcoin's on the brink. And listen. Well, what I could see, and you know what, we could actually just tie this into the beginning of our breaking news. Let's go into Iran a little bit, because people are really depending, like, Bitcoin price on this WAR, when at the end of the day, like, Bitcoin is the only answer to the economic problems that people are going through, and being able to have money that no one can take, no one can move, like, it ties in so well to what we're going to chat about. So I can't waste any more time. We're going to chat. Breaking news headlines start now. things, okay? We got things to discuss. Let's break it down. First, we got to do an oil check. We've been doing oil checks on this podcast because this is what's relevant nowadays. And so Donnie T is all about like, let's open the strait. I don't know. And then he's been calling ultimatums like, you got 48 hours to do this. You got 200 seconds to do that. Like, this is the stage we're at here. And so Donnie T, this was a post from yesterday. Donnie T said, Tuesday will be power plant day and bridge day all wrapped up in one in Iran. There will be nothing like it. Open the freaking strait, you crazy BASTARDS word, or you'll be living in HE double hockey sticks. Just watch. Praise be to, I'm not even going to say that. And he signed off Donnie T. I mean, I just couldn't even read that. That was hard for me. I really didn't like the energy of that post. However, this is what he's claiming. He's claiming kaplu kaplaus in Iran. And essentially, Iran is now claiming dominance over the airspace that they have there. And so Iran, they've been putting out messages too about that, how they would not attack the US, that their missiles cannot technically go this far. And so they said there's resistance to the ceasefire plan that Donnie T is proposing, saying they would not accept deadlines or pressure. A senior official confirmed they received Pakistan's proposal because Pakistan's like, hey, ceasefire, ? And they rejected the part about opening the Strait of Hormuz for a temporary ceasefire, adding that the U.S. is not ready for a permanent deal. Now, because the strait is not being opened, oil prices going up to the moon, we are seeing a lot of airlines also cancel their seasonal routes because they are not getting the oil, or they simply just don't want to buy the oil because it won't be as profitable for them to buy the oil and then fly people around the world. Clearly, it's not working out. And so we're going to do an oil check based off of this news. This is news. Oil is still pumping. I will say locally, like, it went up to about $5 a gallon for gas. Now I saw yesterday it dipped down to about $4.11, $4.20. So like there was like a little come down there. But oil is $112 right now. We are relatively flat in trading here. It literally says 0%. Now we're going back to that wick high, it looks like, of 119 that we saw back here. What was that? Monday the 9th? March 9th? So about a month ago. We're going back to those highs from about a month ago. Again, these are the highest prices of oil we've seen since 2022. And even before that, like the chart's not loading right now, but I don't think oil has been that high. It's just getting a little bit ridiculous, guys. And I don't know. How do you guys feel? What's the local? I need a local gas price check. Can I have a local? So can I have a local gas price check in the chat? I'm sorry. This is just like really throwing me off. It's kind of crazy, like what's going on in this world. Yeah, people are saying Donnie T fell off the rocker. Like there's a lot of feelings here. Definitely a lot of feelings. Let me know what's the gas price by you. I need like a check in the chat too. I need to see who's here. Is everyone here? I need an attendance check. If you're here, also throw an emoji in the chat. Say good morning to me, please. Hello, Avo. Nice to see you. Hello, everybody. All right, let's get into Bitcoin. So people are saying that Bitcoin is rallying because of this news, and that the meltdown to $10,000, again, I told you, people are claiming $10,000 Bitcoin, remains likely unless price reclaims 75K according to analysts. I'm going to call such cap on that. It's so ridiculous. This is what I say about headlines and psychology. They're always coming at you with like, oh, Bitcoin could go down to 10K. It's kind of bearish right now. Like, it's just the fear that they put in your head is just so ridiculous. Like, I can't even go into this. But there's this guy, Mike McGlone, who says that Bitcoin could crash to $10,000. That is absolutely ridiculous to me. His uber bearish forecast of a crash to 10K isn't new. It's been circling for weeks, he says, and it is based more on market structure than short-term catalysts. And I don't know, he says, before the biggest money pump in history in 2020, 2021, Bitcoin hovered around 10K, may be reverting. Roughly $10,000 is also the firstborn crypto's most traded price since 2017, when futures were launched. Mike McGlone, my guy, I just don't see that happening. And he's hinging it all on 75K Bitcoin, which our bullish scenario is 76K. I feel like this is just, again, fear, trying to make you think, oh my God, Bitcoin could go down to 10K, let me sell so the institutions can buy my cheap Bitcoin. Like, no matter how you look at it too, like, Bitcoin eventually at some point, not financial advice, is going back to all-time highs at some point. Even if you're buying right now at 69K, guys, go back to all-time highs. That's like 82% in the green from where if you're buying right now. And this is why we DCA, because you DCA, you walk away. You need a peace of mind. People cannot handle the price swings. Bitcoin's been the same price for 1 million years now. Like, people just can't handle it. If it's moving too much, oh, it's too volatile. If Bitcoin's flat, then oh my gosh, is Bitcoin dead? It's gonna go to the zero. Like, this is the mentality of crypto. This is why you DCA, you walk away, and every few months you take your crypto off of the exchange. You set your recurring buys on Uphold, you move it to your Cake wallet, and if you want to start trading it, use your market Cipher. That's the way it works. But people really need to lock in because they're letting their minds go to a crazy place right now. Jet said, "What Bitcoin bottom is 33K." I don't know, man. Listen, I don't got a crystal ball. I don't know where Bitcoin's gonna go, but can I see it going to 33K? I just cannot picture that in my brain. Hello, Rizzo. $3.83 gas. That's good. You got cheap gas over there. Arkansas has got pretty cheap too. $3.69. $3.39 in Kansas. Wow. Interesting. Hold on, guys. I got a delivery that was not supposed to come until later. Hold on. Give me a second.
Randi Hipper. I'm a Bitcoin bestie.
Just waking up from a nice dream. Bitcoin pumping on a live stream. Smile shine brighter than a high beam. Ever seen life trading on a widescreen? Bitcoin showing you the steps to own it. We got the alpha, I bet you want it. I'm having fun, send a lecture on it. Randy, put a little extra on it.
It's mutable and decentralized. No censorship or hard cap supply. It's open source and we classify the blockchain secure, and that's exactly why. It's hard money with a new plan. It bounced a lot like this new jam. If Bitcoin dipped, then we ain't gon' trip. I'ma be bullish on you, fam.
It's great for those who just DCA'd. If you stacking sats and you trying to save something like
Sorry, I couldn't let that sing outside. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay, let's get back into the news. So, okay. Let's go back to like January right now. Because if you're looking at January, you knew that the Iranian regime, there was a huge protest. And when people were rebelling against the regime, the Iranian rial collapsed. So that made it worthless. Meaning, again, it's literally worth nothing. So how is Iran operating right now? I don't know. They have a stash of US dollars somewhere, especially because they do have Tether. Like, it's noted that they do have stable coins in their little back doors over there. So when people were rebelling against the regime, Iran cut those people's internet. It was a quite crazy time. And so when they cut the internet, effectively that was to stop communication. Though there was one avenue that people had to not only spend money, retain purchasing power, and send messages encrypted. It was through Bit Chat. So Bit Chat was created by Jack Dorsey. Bit Chat uses Bluetooth mesh networks in order for people to go transact. And when the internet came back on, then their transactions were broadcasted to the blockchain to prevent double spending. Very interesting that China is now taking note of how much of an impact that had for the Iranian people to maintain purchasing power, to go ahead and communicate. That's too much of an advantage for the people. China said, you know what, Apple? Take BitChat off the App Store. Whoa, would you look at that? Would you look at that? Not a surprise. Tech giant Apple removed Bit Chat, a decentralized peer-to-peer messaging app developed by Jack Dorsey, from its China App Store at the request of Beijing's internet regulator. What? The Cyberspace Administration of China argued the app violates regulations governing online services with public opinion or social mobilization capabilities, a provision that requires security assessments before launch. What? They just told you the absolute truth. They said it violates the government's power to let people communicate without them knowing what they're saying. Public mobilization, meaning that the public can communicate, spread the truth, and execute a rebellion. Public opinion, it says, because they don't want the public to collectively have an opinion about anything that goes on there. They're exactly, the Senpai says on TikTok, they're not hiding it. Blatantly in front of your face, they're like, oh, we can't have this because then people will know the truth. Wow. And actually, I had a very interesting conversation with somebody over the weekend. And they were talking about how, and they were explaining, like, you know, Hong Kong and China, like, and all these places. So they said when China was rebelling against the regime, like back in the day, that essentially the Chinese news would not tell them what was going on for real. Like, it was just state-filtered news. And so what happened is that people in the neighboring countries, so this girl told me she had family in China, family and in another Asian country. And essentially that they were trying to say in China nothing was going on, but then people from outside of China would be communicating with people in China and get the real information. So then they started censoring the communication between families because they don't want them to know what's really happening in China. The people in mainland don't know what's really going on, but they have an idea, but they can't confirm because the media tells them something different. And she was comparing it, ow, I hurt myself. She's comparing it to what's going on today, where the US and maybe another country have partnered together to censor our media. So that way, of course, we don't know the real narrative of this WAR, right? But then when we speak to people outside of this country, right? Like maybe people on that side of the world, maybe even in Canada, like other places, we get to actually see the truth of what the US is doing and the impact it has on other people, right? Like this WAR is impacting people in other cities in the Middle East, basically like, you know, basically the equivalent of people coming to the US to work and sending money back home. People do that in other countries as well. They leave their home country, they go to other places, maybe like the UAE, to work. And because of this WAR, these major businesses in the Middle East are defaulting and sending their workers back home without the promise that they'll be brought back to work in the future. Because past this WAR, we don't know what the economies are going to be like in these other countries. So everybody is losing right now. Everybody's losing. And if people in China did not already download BitChat on another app or another phone, or before they take it off the App Store, which Apple already did, then they're minimized almost to nothing with how they could communicate without censorship. Guys, I urge you, if you have not, download BitChat, get everyone in your family to download it, whether they're into Bitcoin or not. Just say that this is an app that can keep us talking through Bluetooth without the internet. We need to get on this. We do not, the fact of the matter is that we do not know the truth about anything. The only way we know somewhat of the truth is to talk to people that are in the situation, but even they don't know. It's mass chaos. It's mass distraction. It's just a wheel, and then everybody is just continuing to pretend and try to pretend like it's not happening. And then the more this escalates, the more it's going to impact your daily life, and people are going to be forced to have an opinion. They're going to be forced to do something about it. They're going to be forced to be like, you know what? This system does not work. And that's why Bitcoin is so undervalued, guys. This is why avenues like Uphold are so important. Cake Wallet is so important. It's an open source self-custodial wallet. This is what we need. Opt out of a system that's funding absolute chaos. I will not give liquidity to this system. I will not. The app is called Bit Chat, and it operates using a Bluetooth mesh network. So it's just Bluetooth. It's a Bluetooth-based app. So just look at Bit Chat. It's on the App Store. You should be able to get it. And there's a website, BBB. Thank you. I appreciate you. BBB is handling the TikTok chat just mighty fine today, so thank you. Bagels today. I actually was so distracted today. I could not grab bagels. Guys, I've been just really like all over. Like we are doing such big things. I'm so excited. I have some things confirmed, but things that I can't share yet. Hopefully this week. I'm so excited. Okay. We're gonna calm down. Good news is gonna happen. Just wait. Okay. So we got IMF, guys. We got the IMF. That is warning. They're so nervous. Guys, the IMF is nervous because they're saying that tokenization is bad. Global financial markets are gonna kaploom. Let's lock in. The IMF, they're mad. The International Monetary Fund, they're saying that there are new risks that regulators are not equipped to manage. In a new report, they describe tokenization as more than a technical upgrade. By moving assets like money, bonds, and funds onto shared blockchains, transactions can settle instantly, cutting out intermediaries and reducing delays in the markets. But they said the atomic settlement that tokenization brings could lower counterparty risk and force firms to manage liquidity in real time. They said stress events are likely to unfold faster, leaving less time for discretionary intervention. Therefore, ensuring stability requires tokenized asset management remains anchored in safe settlement assets, legally recognized finality and robust governance arrangements. Guys, remember this word? Anchor? Being anchored? Anchor? Dude, guys, I just want to know who does the 0.01%ers PR. Like, I just want to know the room they sit in. I would love to know. The ECB, we need to remain anchored. That's been their favorite word since like at least 2023. We need to remain the anchor of the monetary system. That's Christine Lagarde, the president of the ECB, by the way. What? We need to remain anchored. The IMF, we need to remain anchored. What are they trying to say to you? Oh, well, if we're going to have all this on blockchain, well, we better have control over that blockchain because stress events are likely to unfold faster. What do they mean when they say stress events? They mean hedge funds getting liquidated. Because everybody learned from 2020 to 2022 when Roaring Kitty was rare. And he was like, you know what? We're all going to pimp GameStop and AMC and Dogecoin. AMC, GameStop, we're sending. But what happened? It was one of the worst days in history for hedge funds. So much so that when you go and look up what happened to the hedge funds on those days, you can't find anything. They archived all of these articles. And if you notice, that happens a lot of the time where there's big events where hedge funds get crushed or the payment system looks really bad and they archive their articles. That's why I should have saved them. My mistake. But it was one of the worst days in history for hedge funds. But you know what? Dogecoin kept running because they couldn't stop Doge because it's decentralized. So what if we have a tokenized AMC, a tokenized GameStop-like event where people are like, let's just send to the moon, then in the permissionless state and the nature of blockchain, that means that people can't halt trading because retail is getting rich and hedge funds aren't. That means that they can't plan for the hedge funds to come back in, recuperate their losses, or for Congress to consider to continue insider trading against you. That's what it's all about. So it's less manipulation that they get to pull off if everything is truly decentralized, because that means retail wins, accessibility is opened, trading hours end. Trading hours That's plotting time, guys. This is plotting time. And it excludes a lot of people that are maybe on the other side of the world, that maybe work night shift, that can't do a 9 to 5 trading day because they got to sleep during the day to work at night. It's a very exclusive system. But if we have 24/7 blockchain-based trading that anyone can access anywhere in the world using a Wi-Fi connection, a mobile wallet, then guys, retail wins. But the rich don't. And plus, if it's on blockchain, we'd be able to see who's trading when, and they definitely don't want you to see that either. Because then we could know their game plans. We could start tracking when they use AI bots to trade for the hedge funds. It would be pretty messy, and I can't wait for the mess. I cannot wait for the mess. Because as messy as it is, the picture would be clear because of blockchain. And that's just a blessing in itself. Sorry, I just went on like a whole thing, but I just needed to like really full send for you. New sponsor, that's a complicated answer, honestly. Dave says, I'm going to admit that I've been married for 5 years and have 5 beautiful children. No, no, none of the above. None of the above. I feel like a lot of people have really been telling me lately to go get married, to, guys, like, you guys have been watching me since I was a teenager. Like, I was 17 like yesterday. I'm 23. I don't think I'm like, we gotta keep building this for right now. Because I gotta set this up first and help the world, and then we could do the family thing. Hello everybody, guys. Please smash the like. I keep forgetting to ask you guys for likes. I'm asking you for likes. It would be fantastic if you supported the stream and smashed the like. It would just make me like the happiest girl on YouTube and X and Kick and Twitch and Rumble and TikTok and Facebook, wherever I'm streaming right now. So please make sure you're smashing the like. It would be amazing. Post said it's kind of crazy actually to watch you grow up. I know. Listen, like, you guys have literally been watching me since I was a teenager. Now I'm a full-blown adult, and almost in my mid-20s. Like, imagine. Oh, I cannot. But yeah, no, time has flown by, and she will get married when she feels like it. No, that's pretty much the vibe. And it's not like I'm against getting married. It's not like I'm against getting married or being in a relationship or having. I'm definitely not against that. I definitely want it. Just not right at this moment, because I feel like I just had to I had to take care of a lot of people for a long time. I'm good. I'm good right now. We do have hold on, where am I? We're 30 minutes in. Okay. All right, guys. We got stuff that I still want to talk about, please. And also, just to double down on what I just said, I actually pulled out an article for you guys today about traders are the big winners because 24/7 stocks will finally end the after-hours price manipulation. See, this is what I'm talking about. Look at this. If the closing bell has long been a business model, then 24/7 trading is an attempt to break it, period. At NYSE, NASDAQ, CME, and CBOE race to introduce round-the-clock trading, the question is, who stands to gain and who stands to lose? Well, if it's really a free market, why are there any people that are losing to begin with? Unless they're trading like a stunad. But if they're just if everyone's just trading fair and square, hedge funds, Congress, then 24/7 trading shouldn't even be a problem. Why is it a problem? So Monty Greenspan, who is a good friend of ours, he's the CEO and founder of Quantum Economics. He said the biggest losers in 24/7 stock trading wouldn't be traders. They'll benefit massively. It'll be the middlemen who've long made money when traders can't trade. That's what I was just talking about. So, and he alleged that when markets reopen after what he calls a big event, a handful of firms decide the first tradable price. Oftentimes, they'll explicitly use a price that triggers stop losses for their clients, closing them out at a loss and making a profit for the broker who is essentially trading against the client. It's manipulation outright, he says. Yes, Marty, yes. I love when the light shines in the dark. Monty Greenspan, my guy. I haven't spoken to him in a long time. He's a good dude. And Anyway, so the ex-UK chancellor too, because this is getting so interesting. They're backing Bitcoin, an ex-UK chancellor. And look at the, hold on. Genesis blog message. Okay. So when you look at this is so fun. I'm having a great time today, just so you know, I'm having a blast. Ex-UK chancellor is backing Bitcoin because the system is failing. We're failing. Kaplu kaplow. The banks are dying. And if you look back to the Genesis block of Bitcoin, it was the Times for January 3rd, 2009, chancellor on the brink of second bailout for banks. And it served as a timestamp. It was from the UK headlines and everything. So the same UK, guys, the same UK chancellors that Satoshi actually spoke about, they're backing Bitcoin. Look at this. Kwasi Kwarteng, the UK's former chancellor, who's just served just weeks in September of 2022, is re-emerging with a new focus on Bitcoin monetary history and long economic thinking. He was candid. He says, the mini budget was literally 2 weeks after we took office. It was just very, very rushed business. He said, referring to the period immediately after taking office on September 6th, following the death of Queen Elizabeth II 2 days later. The compressed timeline left little room for coordination or scrutiny. The fallout was severe, sending gilt yields sharply higher and helping impose or expose the UK's liability-driven investment pension crisis. He still defends the intent behind the policy, warning the UK is now stuck in a fiscal doom loop, where you're spending more money than you could raise in taxation, and rising taxes ultimately kills incentives in the economy. True. He says, everything's quarterly driven. People are either euphoric or freaking out. And actually, you've got to take a longer view. Exactly. Yes, this guy's really on it. So now involved with UK Bitcoin treasury firm Stack BTC as an executive chairman, he said he's putting ideas into practice with the company holding 31 Bitcoin already on the balance sheet. And they've drawn increasing political attention, with Reform UK leader Nigel Farage taking a 6% stake in the company. Meanwhile, recently the UK is trying to ban crypto donations for politics. So people are trying to push crypto forward, politicians, but apparently you cannot fund them with crypto because that's just wrong, according to the UK. So he also pointed out the UK's reluctance. He said the Treasury, the Bank of England are certainly aware of Bitcoin and digital assets, but they're still incredibly small. So interesting. Very, very interesting. I'll just let you know. Chancellor on the brink for second bailout for banks. Former UK chancellors calling for Bitcoin. I don't know. The proof is in the pudding, if you ask me. But I'm just here. I'm just a woman on the internet. As you guys smash the like, I'm gonna they're late to the party. They're never going to admit until it's like global adoption already. And then they'll be like, you know what? Actually, as a central bank, we do hold like 1 million Bitcoin. Like that's what they'll say. Okay, McFly is here. He said hello. Prince McFly here. Hello, welcome to the podcast. Everyone that's new, if you are new to the podcast, please feel free to let me know. I would love to say hello to you. We have, I just wanted, before we go into coins to watch, we're going to do our project spotlight today, which is PropheXX. Go check this out. Hold on. PropheXX, guys, you guys got to check it out. If you guys want a new prediction market, a new way to kind of predict the future of the Web3 economy, well, you're going to want to go to PropheXX. And at the end of every day, so basically every day, you get to go ahead and predict Bitcoin price, and the person that's closest to it, or the closer you are to the actual price, whoever's the most accurate gets the higher rewards. And so there is a whole transparency portal. You can verify your predictions on here. There are recent audits you can check out. Their lottery is 100% audible. They said they use blockchain tech to ensure that every draw is immutable and mathematically provable. And we like transparency, especially when we're facing a lot of controversy within this type of field. PropheXX got it down. And And with this link in the live chat, you could go ahead and throw $1 at it. Literally, it's just $1. So go and throw $1 at your Bitcoin price predictions. And it's a way to kind of step out of the regular boring trading scene and actually start predicting. And there's a daily jackpot and there's a monthly super pot that you guys could go and check out. So go check out PropheXX. They're so lit and they're so great. And yeah, I appreciate them. Thank you guys for sponsoring the podcast, PropheXX. Appreciate you. Also, if you want to go support this post, we did post for PropheXX this morning as well. I wanted to give them some love on X. So go check that out. MC says, yes, I'm new. Hello, MC. Welcome to the podcast. If you want a more crowded chat, definitely head over to YouTube. Can I see some heart emojis in the chat? I need some hearts. I need some love in this chat. I know it's Easter Monday. People are tired, but I would love to see some hearts in the chat, please. Okay. All right, let's go check out coins to watch. Okay, guys, gainers and losers. BitTensor is up about 9.6%, leading our gainers. Athena is up 7.8%. We have Memecore up 7%. We have Bonk up 7.5%. Bonking it up, guys. Remember, does anyone here hold Bonk? I would love to know. Does anyone hold Bonk? This is not a Bitcoin Maxi channel. So we could look at HBAR if you want to go look at that. So, let's go and take a look at our losers. Dexy is down 2.2%. Monero, poor thing, down 1%. We got Stable down 1%. Toncoin down 1% as well. And Tron down 0.38%. We could go look at HBAR chart. Hold on. HBAR is 8 cents, man. Wick low is still pointing down to that about just below 7.5. Let's take this line, pull it out. Our former levels to watch still in play. Okay. So ultimately, you want to hold above that 8 cents, 0.084 bullishly. You're looking at basically just below 10 cents, major psychological level there. So yeah, momentum's picking up. We have the VWAP moving, which is pretty good. We do like that. Again, you just want to keep testing that 9 cents and hit that 10. 10 is a major psychological level for HBAR. Gamecaster said he sold all his HBAR. Now waiting for the Bitcoin drop. Interesting. Let's get some ETH and Litecoin emojis in the chat. ETH is testing our level to watch of 2170. We're at 2155 at the moment. We're up 2.22%. So we want to keep holding above 2020. Push to 2330 just about. VWAP is moving up with that momentum just flying post green dot. Wow, money flow looks good. We are green even before crossing that zero line. Bullish. Woo! Also, we have the RSI that is pushing. We love it. BBB, thank you for the heart on TikTok. I appreciate you. Litecoin. She's the right coin. Everybody loves Litecoin. Litecoin is $54. We're up 0.1%. We are pushing for that 64. Bearish is $43 today. Very, very, very interesting Litecoin. Poor little Litecoin. Poe still holding his HBAR. Are you guys having an HBAR debate in the chat? I would love to know if you guys are still holding. I mean, I don't know. What are you doubling down on right now? I would love to see what you're doubling down on. McQuill says I'm a bonk whale. Noah's in the chat.
A potato flew around my room before you came, excuse.
XRP. We could go, let's put XRP emojis in the chat as you guys can kindly smash the likes if you're here. Thank you very much. Okay. Take a gander here. Thank you, BBV. Oh my gosh, you guys are popping off on TikTok right now. All right, so let's take a look at XRP. What's going on? Well, we're just continuing to reject $1.43. We're at $1.34. We're up 1.69%. Bearish level to watch is 171? 178? Again, this level comes back into play all the way back here in 2021. And over here in April of 2021, what was our high back there? 195. That should be our ultimate. No, 186. Yeah, that's always a big level for us to watch. 200-day SMA is coming down to there too. Very interesting. What if we have like another do-do-do-do, do-do-do-do? I would love to see that. I would love to see that happen. Maybe that would jet set us if we test the 200-day SMA, bring us back to $2 XRP. Bitcoin is your stable coin. Bitcoin's been the same price forever, and everyone's like, we could do Solana. Let's do Solana. I see a Solana. Let's get some Solana emojis in the chat. Again, we're just looking at levels to watch. I don't tell you what to do with your money. I will never tell you what to do with your money. We're just looking at levels on charts. Solana. Okay, there we go. Do, 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 do. Where's my Solana? Okay. Solana. My chart's all messed up. Let me fix it, please. Give me a moment to fix this. Hold on.
Randi Hipper. I'm a Bitcoin bestie.
Just waking up from a nice dream. Bitcoin pumping on a live stream. Smile shine brighter than a high beam. Ever seen life trading on a widescreen? Bitcoin showing you the steps to own it. We got the alpha, I bet you want it. I'm having fun.
Okay, so I'm reflecting here. We got $82 Solana, which is like, wow. Okay, like, wow. Are you guys still bullish on Solana? I would love to know. Put a Solana emoji, or one or Solana emoji, two or no emoji. Are you bullish on Solana? Like, I'm genuinely curious here. Because it seems like we're just trying to lay low, stay above $77. Bullish is that 93? About $94? Interesting. Bearish level to watch below? 60 bucks. Shoot. And let's look at the timeline here at $60. When was this relevant? Wow. $60. We pushed it back here in 2021. Lost support over here at 78, came back down to the 60, rejected 60, went to $27 after that. Woo! Wow, this is violent right now, what's going on with Solana. This is a violent level. Whew. If we lose 60 bucks, like, wow, I would be shocked. Wow, what in the word? Wow, this is very interesting. Okay, well, I don't know if you guys are bullish on Solana. See, like, you guys maybe so. Oh, Fitz said passive income on Solana. Northern Crypto and Tech, good morning to you, my friend. You guys are so funny. You guys are so funny in this chat. I truly admire this chat. But yeah, no, we're getting after it. I'm excited. We have things that we have to cover. Northern said last bear market Solana low was like 15 bucks. If it goes there, I'll buy some for sure. $15 Solana? Dude, especially because like the 200-day SMA is lingering, right? Like the 200-day SMA is like right there at 135, which is an extremely important level too. We've had a lot of good moves with Solana when you held support at 135, but I could see it tipping down right to that $100 mark and see what happens there. But yeah, no, Solana, wow. I'm just very surprised at some of these charts. But what we are seeing is like, even with Solana, like we've been the same price since February. Like this whole market's been laying low. And I would say for the fact of like the geopolitical absolute chaos, for Solana, all these charts to just be so condensed, it goes to show like this is a very powerful asset class that does not falter. We do not falter. And everyone's like trying to fear monger you with 10K Bitcoin, this and that. Like, look at how strong Bitcoin and crypto is. Like, again, like you see this, Solana's the same price for 2 months. Bitcoin, if you said there was a WAR happening here, you would not believe it, because Bitcoin price has been relatively the absolute same. So for something that's so volatile and that would die if the world goes onto fire, well, the world's a little bit on fire right now. It's heating up. Bitcoin's doing perfect. Bitcoin's doing perfect. Hello, DeFi G. What's good with you? Peace and love to you. Peace and love. Very interesting. Very interesting. Listen, guys. What I will tell you with my whole heart is that Bitcoin is the most powerful technology on this earth right now. AI this, AI that. What is AI going to base its economy on? Blockchain. Like, they're going to put stocks, your bonds, your medical records, all these things are going to be on blockchain. So with that information, crypto is actually technologically absorbing the world's wealth, which puts all of this in the spotlight, making it severely undervalued because over 90% of the world has not touched this yet. So because we have an internet economy, you need money that works for the internet economy, for a generation like Gen Z that wants to travel, that likes to move around. We don't want to carry gold bars. You can't even verify if they're real. You can't even verify if they're real. You're buying paper gold. You're buying paper silver. What does it do for you? When you could literally have Bitcoin, every Satoshi is accounted for on the blockchain. Every single one. You know it's there. There doesn't need to be a reserves or proof of reserves for Bitcoin because it's just plain simple, to the point, in front of you. Truthful, honest, transparent. Yeah, let's do tokenized gold so we could trust that the gold is held 1-to-1 and that it's real. What? Like, it just doesn't make sense. It really doesn't make sense. Even if you don't like AI, which I'm pretty scared of AI, I'm not gonna lie. I do use it a lot, but AI scares the bejesus out of me. I don't like where AI is going. However, you know that the economy is internet-based. Why wouldn't you be looking at the money that's going to be used for the internet? My generation does not carry cash. They don't want to carry a gold bar. No one my age is going to Costco and buying a gold coin, guys. It's just the boomers that do that because that's what they know. It's what they know. But that's not what the next generation thinks like. So if you want to be like Gen Z, who is going to be the generation that really takes this to the next level, think ahead, guys. You got to be thinking ahead. Not everything is just blatantly obvious right in front of you. And even the people, I did this video, and I'll pull it up. I did this video about certain bankers and what they said in the past about crypto versus now. And it's just blatantly obvious, like, what they're doing. Like, they gaslight you. Take a look at this.
Out and say it. I am sick of being gaslit by Wall Street. Let's start with Jamie Dimon from JP Morgan telling you about 10 years ago in 2017 that Bitcoin is a fraud, it's garbage, a pet rock, whatever he decided to call it at the time, and that if he was the government, he would shut it down. That's what he said a few years ago. And what's going on today? The bank now allows you to buy Bitcoin and use it as collateral. Now, Jamie Dimon has shifted from Bitcoin is horrible to actually, you know, crypto's real, blockchain's real, let's go and use this. Let's look at the BNY Mellon CEO who said a few years ago, you know what, maybe it's best just to avoid crypto. And what's going on today? Literally today, he came out and said that actually banks are going to be leading the future of crypto. So what are you talking about? This one makes me laugh. Back in 2017, 2018, the Bank of America CEO said Bitcoin is for criminals and used for criminal activity. But let's look at today. The Bank of America CEO had a little bit of a turnaround with his opinion. They're now working on stablecoins as he went and complained about stablecoins not too long ago, saying that it could reduce bank deposits. Because again, if we go and use stablecoins, hold our stables in our own wallets and outside of the bank, or maybe go on an exchange and earn yield, that poses a threat to the banks. All of these bankers have seen crypto as a threat, but now they see crypto as an opportunity because if they don't get in now, just like a bank,
They'll fail. So it's just one banker after another that said, Bitcoin is the worst, blockchain's never gonna be used, it's a scam, this and that. And then now they're all getting into it because they don't have a choice. They're going to fail. Bitcoin is inevitable. Everything is so inevitable. Don't wait for other people. Do your own research. Please. I put out videos, tips, and tricks for crypto. What is all of this? Guys, I'm holding your hand. Hold my hand. Are you holding my hand? Tell me in the chat if you're holding my hand. Hold my hand, hold my hand, hold my hand. This is my TikTok hand right here. TikTok hand, other hand. Are you holding my hand? Hold my hand because it's going to be okay. I will help you. I will help you. You come to this chat, you ask me a question, I answer it. If you go and join the Discord right now, join the community after show, which every single person is invited to today, you can ask me questions in there. Wednesdays and Fridays, for members, become a member. You can ask me questions and we will help you with your crypto journey. It doesn't matter. Any question is a good question. There are no stupid questions in crypto, so I'm going to hold your hand and help you. Good. Now that we're clear and you held my hand, let's get after it, guys. Thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate every single one of you guys. This is a great time to be alive. We are going to help the world, and in a way that we have never been able to reach people before with the internet and Bitcoin that just breaks down these geographical barriers. It's beautiful. Thank you so much. Go to Discord. We have a community after show that's starting up right now once I conclude this. So thank you. If you have not yet, please warm my heart by smashing the like, subscribing to the channel, share this out with friends so more people know what's going on. For people that are new to the show, we're always live Monday through Friday at 9:45 a.m. Eastern. So come back every day, Monday through Friday, because it's a beautiful time to hang out with everyone, talk about Bitcoin and crypto, and just be happy. So I'll see you in Discord. Have a beautiful day. Smash the like, subscribe, share it out with friends, and I will see you tomorrow. As always, stay zesty. Mwah. Bye.